took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They give to Johnson going right. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Murray gets this one to Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Defense. Let's get it. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 36. 36. Go, go.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Let's go. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray throwing the out route and complete. That's Sparks. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 25 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Set. No to base. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 49. Check. Rotate.
From midfield now, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's our time.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep for more. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 4, check 4.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
He's checking Craig. Switch, switch, switch.
Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
I got you. Pump. Kill, kill. Wait. Put up.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On play action, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics as usual.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Murray. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 54 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson now. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, man, watch the boot, Check 3, check 6.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get it.
It's caught inside the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's go. 15 on it. Watch the pass. Here we go. It's free. Watch twins. Check 31.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Switch, switch, switch. Check.
Murray going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return as his guys are.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Here's Jackson to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he's loose again. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jackson operating from the gun. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Rush in. Anyway. Safety creek.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 25 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. so for the Cardinals, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, yeah. I can spend the day with you.